During the season of Advent, each week I want to focus on a different word that pops out from the scriptures that can really help us enter into what this season's all about. During this first week of Advent, the word that comes to mind is watch. We heard it in the gospel on Sunday 4 times, as a matter of fact. Jesus reminded us to watch. So what does it mean to watch during Advent? Our initial response might be think it's something we do with our eyes. But the watching of the gospel, the watching of Advent is something much deeper. It's the yearning of the heart. And maybe we need to go back to the first reading from Isaiah, because I think therein lies a clue. Isaiah says in the first reading from this past Sunday, "Oh, that you would rend the heavens and come down, with the mountains quaking before you. For we have withered like leaves, and our guilt carries us away like the wind. For you have hidden your face from us, and you have delivered us up to our guilt." The ancient prophet Isaiah was watching with his heart, yearning for that presence of God that Advent's all about. And during this first week of Advent, that'd be a great thing to focus on. How am I watching for God internally, within my heart? A great suggestion to do that is to reflect on the first readings each day during Advent. These are beautiful readings from the prophets, Isaiah and Jeremiah and Ezekiel, and they remind us of the thousands of years of yearning and waiting of ancient Israel. They are filled with hope, they are filled with expectation. They show us what watching means. That internal watching of the heart, yearning for God's presence, praying that God may indeed rend the heavens and come down and make himself known in our hearts and in our lives. During this first week of Advent, let's focus on being more attentive to watching and waiting for the Lord. By, as Isaiah reminded us in that first reading, yearning that God may come into our hearts and lives and make his presence known. With praying with the scriptures during this week, we can find that we will be more watchful, we will be waiting better, and maybe we'll even be a little bit more in tune to the presence of God all around us. During the season of Advent, we always ask ourselves, what do I need to do? Well, this first week, let's focus on watching, as Isaiah reminded us in that first reading, watching on the inside, watching with our heart by yearning for the presence of God, and see what a difference that might make in our lives this week.